So 40, Center for Growth and Development, it will be in different phases. Right now we're in phase one. And in phase one, there is a definite focus on leadership and individuals and teams right now. But eventually in phase two, we will also offer services for the community and family in the form of workshops and summer camps, which I'm really excited about. So let's focus right now on phase one. Let's start with leadership. For leadership coaching, it really depends on what the leader is wanting to grow in as to what we would focus on. All leadership coaching one-on-one would be tailored to that individual leader. We would have a conversation, we'd talk about where they are at, where they feel stuck, where they'd like to get unstuck, or just where they'd like to grow. What's their vision for growth look like? And from there, we would tailor the specific tool to the need. Some of the tools that I like to use with leaders are Enneagram. Enneagram is a personality assessment, but it goes so much deeper than that. Now, first, let me hit on personality assessments and what I think they should be. For Enneagram, I use Integrative. Integrative is a validated Enneagram tool, and they have specific tools for couples, individuals, and teams. I'm certified to do all of that. If I'm working with a leader, I use this tool to help us connect to self-awareness. So it's not about learning, I am this type. That's not helpful. That keeps us stuck. It's actually about learning, if I'm showing up as this type, these are the wonderful things that I offer to the world. These are the wonderful things that I bring to my family, to my relationships, to my workplace. And if I happen to have a leadership role, within that leadership role, here's how I'm likely to be leading. Then we just discover, is that revealing something to us? And if it is, what area is this serving me? And which area of my life is it not serving me? And then if we can understand how it's not serving me, that's where I do my development work. Enneagram is great because it offers us something below the surface into our hidden fears, our hidden motivators, and things that are often really not known to us. And it allows us to explore what's going on deeper inside the individual that's driving behavior rather than trying to modify behavior at the surface, which is oftentimes met with failure. Another tool that I like to use might be for somebody like a high school student or anyone that's kind of going, I'm not very satisfied in my work and I don't know why. So typically I like to use Working Genius with a team, but it can be very helpful when I'm coaching an individual so that the individual knows what types of work bring them joy and what types of work bring them frustration. And oftentimes it can reveal a lot about times in our life where we had a lot of joy in our work and then other times where we felt like work was really draining us. As far as leadership goes, outside of those tools, there's a whole lot that we can learn about the people skills and understanding continuous improvement, how to do strategic work, but it's really going to be tailored to that leader and that specific needs of that leader. When we talk about teams, I love working with teams. We have other tools that we can use. One is just listening to the team and the leader and saying, what do we need to accomplish, and tailoring it specifically for those needs. So there's a vast array of tools that we may use in that situation. Some of the tools that I bring specifically that I'm certified within would be, again, Enneagram, but Enneagram for teams, and seeing how all the different personalities come together and build a team personality. That can be helpful for teams that are really have done a lot of work to try to resolve maybe where the team's not working well together but can't get to the bottom of it. I would say that's for a team that's ready to do some deeper work. Working Genius through Patrick Lencioni's group, the Table Group, is also another certification that I have. It's a tool that I love to work with a team that wants to be more productive, more efficient, and how to divide up work to keep that work more productive and efficient through people's strengths and working with people in the way that they show up excited to get the work done and therefore more productive in getting that work done. That's a wonderful productivity tool that I can work with teams through. The other is just continuous improvement, strategic work, And all of that, like I said, while I'm certified through University of Kentucky True Lean program, my real work with continuous improvement comes from actual hands-on doing it. And that's something that I love. Is I've had a lot of fun working with teams directly as a leader in the continuous improvement tools. So I don't like to fit everything into a box. Like, you do not have to do X plus Y plus Z, but like, we don't have to do all of that. We tailor the tools that we need to the problem that we're trying to solve. So if we have a stuck problem, we can't figure it out, we want to talk through, why is that stuck? It may need a problem-solving tool, which I have, or we may find that it's really deep into the dimensions of team where we don't have trust. So we might want to do some 5 dysfunctions of a team, another table group offering, or we may want to tailor to some specific work where we understand the deeper aspects and how that might be playing into the team. So every time that I work within a team, I'm going to sit down and talk about the scope of the problem. What problem are we trying to solve, and try to get an understanding of that, which is very dynamic. So when it comes to working with individuals, oftentimes it will be through just figuring out what that individual is trying to grow in. But I would typically start with an Enneagram assessment. We would center that coaching around the Enneagram and what we've learned from that assessment. If an individual came to me saying, no, I'm really actually wanting to work on some career stuff, then we would tailor that through the Working Genius assessment and trying to understand what types of work bring them joy. So in phase 1, we will be working with individuals, teams, and leaders. And in phase 2, we're actually working on a building, and I'm actually going to take you guys on that journey with me. This building is something I am so excited about. We will be taking the building through renovations to make it what we need. In phase 2 for 4D Center for Growth and Development, we'll actually have events out of this building, workshop where individuals can come to one center, sign up for training, where families can come play and have really wonderful play days that are focused on the 4 dimensions of growth. They'll be so much fun. We'll have community facing events and more to come for sure. I'm also excited about some books and curriculum that will be coming in the future, so stay tuned. I will communicate with you through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and keep the community aware of what's going on and what's available.